Welcome back, Razor Adventure fans. Today we are doing, I say we, I mean me, I am home alone. We are prepping for Hatfield McCoy. So as of this moment, it is Wednesday. We are 1 week away from heading down to Gilbert, West Virginia to ride Hatfield McCoy. Our plan is to stay at Twin Hollow in Gilbert there, and we're going to ride the Rock House Trails and whatever else is close for the 3 days we're down there. So it is time to really kick her down another gear here and do some prep. I've been working on stuff, so I figured we'd start the series off and we'd go over some of the stuff we're doing. Goldar sitting here undercover. That was because I was doing some grinding and welding and stuff. So if you remember back to our trip to Drummond Island, I was having some belt issues with water getting in the belt. Turns out we came home and I figured out that this seal, the factory seal, I can't even see it, it's so far down there, is just junk. So I ordered one of these. This is a, what's it called? It's a new seal anyways, aftermarket seal, and I ordered it from, give me 1 second here, Outsiders Moco, M-O-C-O. Basically it's just an aftermarket gasket that's a little bit thicker, so we're going to run that and see. The reason I'm assuming this is bad because I pulled it out, and this is the bottom side of the case here. I pulled it out and there's mud all the way around the whole gasket. I mean, it was just, whatever it was just coming right in. It looks like right here especially just came right through the bottom. So that's gonna fix that. I'm gonna get that back together today. We'll touch on that a little bit later, but other than that, turbo should be good to go. It could use a bath. I know the 900 could use a bath, but that may not happen either. Been working on the trailer. I have, gosh, since the last time I did a trailer update, we've done a ton of stuff. You can see I got a big winch line sitting down there, and that's because we got rid of the steel cable and we went to a synthetic line. I put the old worn winch hook that I had on the 900 that was way too big for it. That is now on this winch. I put the synthetic line, it's 3/8 line or whatever it is, the comparable line for the cable that came off of there. I think we got like 88 or 100 feet, something like that. So that's going to be awesome. That took about, I don't know, 20 pounds off that winch between the fair lead and the rope. So new fair lead, new cable. We went through this last week here, and I have marker lights now down the trailer. There's a red one at the back. That's new. What else? I know you keep seeing these. I'll talk about those in a second. And I think really that's it. Oh, my drip edge here. I think we've talked about the water in the cabinet doors. So what I did was I welded on some angle and put a latch here. So now it pulls the door tight, it keeps the weather seal tight, and actually right now I'll show you. It's been raining all day and all night. She is dry and dirty, but it's dry in there, so that's working really, really well. I couldn't be happier about that. That saves me a lot of headaches or worrying about the trailer here. Got a lot of wiring to do inside the trailer. That's going to happen in the next couple days here. But yeah, let's get to these. We have scene lighting. I know I've talked about it before, but it seems like every time we go to leave a place, we're loading up in the dark. So to get around that, we brought in some light. Again, I'm still working on the wiring. So far I've only gotten two. Got the plugs put in, the wires on the inside, and then I got these poles. The only thing I'm disappointed in is how loose they are. So basically, it's a 1-inch square tube with a set of LED lights wired down to plug in here, it's clipped into E-track. So this will be when we're loading up, and then it'll clip in up front or on top here, and it lays down on the trailer, so it'll be out of the way, because I'm not leaving that up going down the road. I wouldn't trust it, but I'll trust it just fine sitting up there locked into the E-track. So it'll be out of the way of the machines, and it'll give us light. And please don't pick up my paint job, because that was just one coat really quick. I ran out of time, and then it rained into the day all day here. So it's morning time for me, but it's actually like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, because I worked last night. So let's see what else we got going on around the trailer here. Everything else is pretty much the same. In my last update, I talked about the batteries. I replaced the batteries. Oh yeah, so to run all this stuff, I have installed, and again, I still got my wiring to do, a switch box here, which is still dry, so that means everything is working out good. That is going to control the lights, the lights inside the cabinet. I've got a couple switches I don't know what to do with yet. I think I'm going to run some lights under the front of it, and then I'm going to use this far one here to control the winch. I got a continuous duty relay solenoid for the winch, and that's going to get wired in there. So, because right now I think it's actually on the cutoff switch that I had. Yeah, it's because it's just so hard. You got to take the generator out to get to it. So this way it'll be easy access, and we shouldn't run any batteries dead, because the switch will be lit up every time I open the cabinet. So tires are doing good. Sorry, Bobby, but the hubcaps are still hanging in there, so we're gonna roll with it. Yes, and if you're looking like I'm looking every time I see this trailer, we have paint chips going on. In fact, a lot of crap happened here when I was putting these lights in, but that's gonna get repainted here hopefully shortly. Just to remind everybody, I used 1 gallon of bedliner, that bedliner paint you can get, I think I got from Home Depot, to do this entire trailer. So it is thin, and I didn't have the time or money, or I can't remember which, when I did it, to do another gallon. So we're just rolling with it the way it is. If I don't get to it this fall, it'll definitely happen in the spring. I'm gonna probably put like 2 more gallons on there. Then I was thinking about doing something on the top of the deck, not the bottom of the wood, just the top. But that's future plans. Right now we're just doing what we can do to get ready. That's why I see a lot of that purple paint, because I was just scraping off paint chips and throwing paint on there. Kind of gives the trailer some character. It just looks like a purple camouflage. So, all right, well, that's my intro, beginning, whatever you want to call it, and I'm gonna get after it, and I'll update you here in a minute. All right, well, there it is. If I'll be honest, it took me 2 attempts. I had to take it out and try again, because I laid it in there, and I think I had it stretched a little bit, and I ended up with probably that much extra. So got her in there now. Go over really good, and we are gonna throw this baby back together. Now I was just getting ready to throw this back together, and I got to thinking, I did explain why that I had it all tore apart to begin with. Obviously I was going to check out that seal, or I was going to figure this out eventually, but I ordered a new belt. So I got a new Evo belt put on, and then I figured out the whole gasket situation. But I took the shock, just in case you haven't figured it out. This cover is a pain in the butt to get on and off, but with the shock pulled out of the way, it just drops right in there. So that's why that is the way it is. And this machine has been sitting here for probably 3 weeks like this, in its natural habitat, in pieces in my garage. So let's keep going. All right, I got her all bolted down. One thing I want to talk about is how I did it. I didn't use power tools, even though every fiber of my being wanted to. I used a 1/4-inch ratchet, and I went around, I think, about 4 times, and easily tightened it all up. This is a bigger, thicker gasket, so it took an extra minute to compress itself and seal in. And I do have good contact now, and they all are torqued down now. But if I would have just torqued them all and stopped, it would have been loose, because every time I went around I found more loose bolts. So she is good and tight on there now. Not over torqued, because that again is another one of my flaws, is over torquing. So yeah, we're gonna button this back up and move on to the next project. All right, so I'm prepping to do some wiring work, or trash man, it's trash day here in Standish. Anyways, I'm prepping to do some wire. I'm pulling everything out of the cabinet. I know it looks dark, but it's only like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sorry, distracted. So I've been having trouble with my generator again. It just won't start. It won't stay running. It ran the other day for like forever. I shut it off. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go out and do a cold start, make sure it's good to go. Today's Wednesday. Friday, the boys and I are gonna head up to deer camp for a couple nights, so I need a generator. And I'm like, all right, well, this one should be good. We'll pull it out of the trailer, take it up with fifth wheel, and she should be good, right? Well, and it wouldn't start. Wouldn't start, and I cranked that battery almost dead trying to get it started. I gave up on it. I'm ready to buy a whole new generator, and just like what normally happens, I figured something out, and I think I found the problem. So this right here is your fuel gauge. When it's full of fuel, there's an orange little indicator that goes up all the way to the top, and I was moving it out. It's not even moving, so I'm gonna guess that I ran it completely out of gas, and I'm condemning the generator for not running because I didn't put gas in it. So I'm gonna fill her up real quick, just on the off chance that I made a mistake here, and see if she starts. Quite literally the very next crank, and it started. So yeah, oops, not bad. I'm gonna run it for a while, and then I'm gonna charge the battery overnight, and then we'll try it again in the morning, just to confirm that it really was in fact the only problem. It was out of gas. Good grief. All right, it's been a couple days. Let me address one thing really quick. Machines are dirty. I am sorry. We just didn't get the time, and when I had the time, the weather sucked, and I had other stuff to do. So this one's gonna go with some Drummond Island mud on it. I'm not gonna cry about it. I just got everything loaded up, unhooked. The truck is backed up to the house. Got everything strapped down good. The scene lighting fit really nice where it's supposed to lock in here. All kinds of room for the machine to fit. And a couple new stickers in a couple different places here. My latch is up here. The ramps fit right over top of those. Don't seem to be damaged at all. Those are looking good. What else? We're not taking a grill or anything. This is the way she's gonna sit for the trip down. We didn't need anything extra. We got a nice kitchen. What else? Truck's ready to go. Again, it's just too darn cold, and I haven't had time, so the truck didn't get washed either. But honestly, by the time we get down there, they're all dirty anyways. So that's it for today, I think. We're gonna get everything loaded up, get the totes loaded in the truck, and hook it back up, and we'll snap our fingers here, and I will see you in the dark. Good morning. I skipped the dark video and waited till it's 7:30, and we are about 5.5 hours away from Gilbert, West Virginia. GPS says we should get there just before 1 o'clock. Got about 300 miles, and everything's going good so far. We stopped for fuel once. I think we'll have to stop one more time before we get there. Anybody got anything to say? No? What do you got to say, Gabriel? Alright. We'll check back in a minute.
Welcome to Adventure.
Does your Walmart have a view like this? We are in Logan. KFC. Oh, that smells good. We're in Logan, West Virginia. Stopping at Wally World, pick up some groceries, stretch our legs, and get back in the truck because we are about a half an hour from camp. What a view.
I can't wait to see.
We made it. It is 2 o'clock. We left the house at 3 o'clock. So 11 hours with 2 grocery stops, 3 or 4 other stops, and medium to medium thick traffic in the big cities. So we're in cabin number 3. Look at this view. Oh, the sun kind of sucks here, but oh, gorgeous view. We're gonna get the drone up here in a little bit. We're working on machines. I gotta move that spare tire, and we'll have somebody do a cabin tour here in a second. Yep. And I got cell service, so happy day.